Hey everybody, welcome back. Choose your Bumbo. Choose your Bumbo. Choose your Bumbo. Maybe we haven't won as Bumbo the Weird all the way through yet. I don't know. We're trying to unlock the final Bumbo. Bumbo the Locked. We're going to get there one day. We had a great episode last time. We got hit 2 times as Bumbo the Stout. They made the game harder, which is honestly what I want. And we haven't played as this guy in a bit. When he kills an enemy, you get movement. 2 moves to get 1 move. Bad. 2 moves to get 1 move. Yellow mana. Add more bones. Get a 6-turn bone play. Maybe not so bad. You know what I mean? Because check it out here. There's a +1 move for yours truly. And then we're feeling pretty slick. Feeling pretty good about ourselves, to be honest. After that fine display. So I'm thinking we'll just make a little nose jam. Then think things through. 1 a tooth is very okay. Because it'll do 1 damage. Not great. However, now we can remove tile and throw them. What happens if we remove the poops? It removes all the poops. Okay, so this is what I wouldn't say afraid of. This is what I am embarrassed to admit that I was not picking up in our previous attempts to play as this character, is that it removes all the tiles of that type. He's doing it. Finally he's doing it. But does it give you damage equal to the number of columns? Unprime 1 random enemy? It's kind of interesting. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try in the spirit of trying something new. The thing I don't like about spells like that is that unpriming 1 enemy, it's a spell that only matters if an enemy's primed to begin with. So it doesn't really do much for us, like on turn 1 in particular. And I don't think it does anything to help us against, hold on, bone is good here. I don't think it does anything to help us against enemies that move twice, but don't display that they're moving twice. Or don't display that they're attacking, I should say. So I think we don't care about green very much. That made a poop as well, which is very nice. Ice one of these guys right here. But there's 2 enemies there. We'll pop it down. See, this is what I mean. There's not really much reason to unprime a random enemy. Yo, this is an incredible setup. That might oversold it a little bit, but now, what do we like? I think you should add more bones and more teeth. Let's start with bones. And let's continue with bones. Because I think it sets up better combos for us. Okay, so we got 3 moves now. Wowie. Don't say wowie. It's okay. Still get a 6 bone setup. That's a little 1 action. Little 1 action. I think we'll throw in a little 1 action on top of that. We get a move in return. We still got 2 moves remaining. And we still cannot unprime a random enemy. So I feel, and I don't want to spend the next 20 minutes railing on about it, but I still feel like maybe we just made a concession there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We took 8. It gives us 4. You think it's the damage from the tiles divided by 2? Let's test that theory, because being able to crunch the numbers on that would be worth a lot to me. I don't love the moves. Is that what you want me to say? Well, I'll say it, okay? I don't love the moves. What I do love is this only costs us 1 move. We get a 1 move mail-in rebate. Then this doesn't even cost us a move, because we get a 1-turn mail-in rebate. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. I was wrong about that one, but we do get to throw the puzzle pieces. We don't really need snot too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Will we get 3 or 4 damage for this one? We got 4. You think it rounds up, or do you think we just got lucky? I don't know. Maybe I've still got it all wrong. Adds more of a select. I guess you could fill the board with tiles you wanted and then yeet them all. That's an interesting idea. Right now, we're not really up for it because, hold on. All we needed was 1 here, dude. Right now, we're not really up for it because what we need instead is, you know, direct response. We need to be able to actually do stuff with our puzzle pieces. But it's an interesting thing to think about. So this will be a kill. I know this is like, making 4 is not that interesting. But there, you know, it might be conventional. That doesn't mean it doesn't get the job done. It's a tooth setup for next turn. We gotta do something about this guy right here, though. So this will hit you. Can't remember, like, if I hit you with a puzzle piece, you might damage me. Or is it if I hit you with a spell, you damage me? I don't know. It's got me freaking a little. Maybe I gotta put a poop down to keep from getting damaged? I don't know. Maybe. It did damage me. It did. It's like I was so close to figuring it out, but I was just unwilling to go through the final action. I mean, the simple way through this is like this. I've just accepted anytime I see a bomb fly, just prepare to be hit. That's your... It's gonna happen. Spells cost less or +2 movement on a 2-room charge. Yes. +2 movement on a 2-room charge. +2 movement on a 2-room charge. We could set up moves that are quite large. It's the Beatles, sweetheart. Look it up. I don't know what happened there. Do me a favor. More bones. You know why? The bones are their money. 10 damage? 10 HP, I should say. I don't like it. I don't like it. What I do like... making a bone. And then deciding whether or not we want to use this battery. I don't really think we need to right now, because he hasn't really done anything. I think I'd rather save it for a turn that looks a little bit more dangerous. So he's attacking. This might be the turn that you're looking for. We would prefer to have a lot of little moves. I actually think that, like, we got a kind of a weird usefulness from peace here. Throw a poop down. Unprime a random enemy. It worked. I was almost very upset that it worked. I don't know how to explain why. But I was like exasperated. I was like, it worked. I have no reason, no explanation in my head for why I would be mad about that, but with only 2 moves, we have to do the 6-banger. Otherwise, we could have set up, I suppose, for a 7 next turn. Sure. But I'm pretty sure my man's about to decease anyway. Let's remove the greens. I'm just functioning on, like, we don't really need the greens very much. The greens are not mission critical right now. They don't really accomplish that much for us. And also, it doesn't matter what we throw now. You will be killed. Okay. Okay. That was easy enough. Gain mana from kills. May add lifesteal. We'll take the mana, because we don't have any HP right now. So, I can't believe we only got 17 cents. What happened? That's spell damage. That's not horrible. Reroll spell cost. Honestly, we should save for a spell charge more. That way we can use this more often. We can also use it more often by getting like 7 yellows, but that's not so easy. What do I like here? Bone is, well, no, it's not going to be free because these guys are notoriously annoying. But at least it gives us a tooth setup for the future. I think we actually want this. We could probably still get a tooth setup, but the more important thing is just, hey, one move gets you that. And then just add more teeth, because it actually does look a little scarier than I thought. You get a tooth setup. We can at least unprime this guy by hitting him. Oh! Even better. I think we should remove all greens, which also made a tooth completely accidental. Should focus this guy. You can get a move out of him. If we could make bone, that would be ideal, but also one move here is very nice. Let's add more bone. That'll work. I think we got to accept 5 is about as good as it gets right now. For one move, that's pretty nice, too. So we'll get an extra move out of that. Let's remove all the browns, which is very dangerous and also should not hurt this guy. Yeah. But it's dangerous because we could easily have used that poop to set up survivability for ourselves. But instead of doing that, I'm not going to do that because that's what a coward would do. Instead, we will just... Oh, you're already deceased. Even if we don't crit, all we got to do is remove. You're toasted. All right, everything's going the hunky-dory right now. What do you got as far as spells go? Hate it. Don't really like it. Poison damage, because I think poison can also bug the game. But it's kind of out of my hands. It's not really my purview. It's like it's so close to being a great move. I don't think we get an extra combo out of this. So I think you just do that. I know people do not like when I do that, by the way. And I totally understand why. Hold on, we only need to make a 1 to get a free move in return here. I totally understand why. Because sometimes, I'll admit, strategically I probably make the wrong decision to make the 4 play instead of a big play. Haha, you said 4 play. But thought that might work for us there. I think in a lot of situations you have to take the economy of your moves into account as well. I'm starting to think, by the way, removing all the bones was maybe not the greatest play. So I went for the baby tooth because I thought that it would actually attack the fly at the top. That's kind of a consistent problem for me. I gotta work on that. I knew it. Look at that combo. Okay. So poop here, very nice. Booger, very important. Please do me a favor and add more bone. I screwed up. I'll admit it, okay? You want me to say it? I'll say it. I shouldn't have taken so much bone out of the economy. Shouldn't have. This doesn't even do anything right now. Surely, I was going to say surely this would get a kill, but I don't believe that's the case. So actually, please cancel that. Because I don't want to get these guys too aggro right off the bat. I think this might be your 2 movement play. We have a 5 damage tooth. Also gives us a move in return, which was the more important part. Well, not more important than killing an enemy, I guess. Yeah, that part was pretty critical. I think at this point, goodbye acoustic foam yet again. You just make one of these, maybe toss it down right there. If that's the end of our turn, that's the end of our turn. Except, I just realized, free move. I don't know how much that actually does for us, but it keeps us going here. So sure, then we'll pass. Okay, okay. I think you gotta start here. We have so much tooth mana backed up. Something like that. Then, remove all greens. You should get 4 damage, 5 damage. Should have done the math, because the number actually matters a lot. I really thought this could get 2. We have so many, like, viable options here. We have 2 moves left to get this. What about, like... What about this little chestnut right there? Then, add more bone. You gotta love it. Finally, take something there's more than 8 of on the board. I don't think there is something there's more than 8 of on the board, but bone is close. Now there's more than 8. It totally works that way. I figured it out. It's a new era. Nothing can stop me now that the creatine has hit the brain. You gotta start with something like this. Okay, what do I not like on this board right now? We're pretty equally close to tooth and bone. Go ahead and give me more bone for now. I think that was a wise decision. Now we gotta do 2 damage. We will get there. Paid for itself. We're getting mana out of it as well. 2 moves away from teeth. But tooth is guaranteed to get a kill. Not because it's gonna do lethal damage, but if it crit, it would have. But because by removing our tiles, we will get enough damage to do something like this. Now we got to be more careful. We only got 1 move back. I don't see a great play, to be honest. So what I do see, though, is something like that. Then for 2 moves, we'll kill an enemy and get a bunch of... Well, actually, we'll kill you. Almost kill you. And then kill you. Please don't bug me. Ah, he doesn't take damage from that, but he is poisoned. Uh-oh. This seems like exactly the recipe to ruin your game. Let's see it. Let's see how this works. He did die to poison. Okay. It did not bug the game. It's the future. Turns the tile into a heart. Nah. +3 movement. Now we're talking. My dream is to get +2 movement super low and then use that, like on charges. That way we can use that to raise the odds of us getting 7 yellows and making this work very easily. So, what do we do with this guy? I mean, against any boss like this, I think if you just gum him up, you're feeling pretty solid. So I got a variety of different things percolating the old cerebrum. One of them is something like that right there. We took out a small loan of a single move and then paid it back. I think we want more tooth. Kind of screwed us a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it did not screw us. There's a 5 tooth. I know I said we should make some greens. I mean, I still believe that as well. But these guys are actually not that bad if we could just find a way to kill them. There's a way. You hit them. You get a spell charged up. You remove all the browns, because we really like the green setup here. Hit them. Very nice. Open up a lane. Pull all the greens out. 6 damage. It's just that easy. This seems like the easiest way to go infinite ever. So before we spin, I do see spell chargeless. Dare I? Instead of taking a stat, I don't know. I think you've always got to try this stat, and instead we'll try to stagger our plays of the movement. And okay, that's honestly the best possible outcome. So I think the dream now is you do take spell charge less, and then you have 2 active items that charge once every 2 rooms. I think you can see where I'm going with that. We don't really need a spell hurt more, in my opinion. Okay, like, thank you. But I'd really, more than anything else, I would just like to perhaps get out of here. Puzzle damage would be nice. I guess luck would have been more useful earlier, but sure, there's some puzzle damage. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now we can actually kill enemies with things that are not spells. He's done it. +1 movement first turn. That's pretty lucky for someone who's got 0 luck right now. So we should stack that movement on top of, like, +1 move first turn. You always move when you kill an enemy. You might gain bonus movement as well when you kill an enemy. So in theory, if we killed an enemy, we could gain 2 moves off of it. So my thinking is like, okay, hold up. You gotta think this through a little bit. I would not recommend that. What do we like? Not much. I think the tooth is a kill. So we like that because we get the mana and the move. And we got 2 moves off of it, so demonstrating our point quite succinctly. I know you're like, what do you do? I don't know what I'm doing. What I do know is that charges us up, keeps us in a good spot. What do we like? More bones, because we already have teeth. Very nice. We're going to make a little bone set up here. It's going to do 2 damage. Should have hit you. That's my bad. Some enemies can only be hit by spells. We are going to kill one of the spell enemies. We're going to gum you up. You're a problem for us. We got 2 moves. You can only be hit by puzzles. It's a dream come true, brother. So we're going to hit you once. We're going to hit you twice. We generated a move off it. We still got 2 moves. Okay. Very nice. We're going to remove all the greens from the ecosystem. Also made a bone, which is very surprising. You will die off of this. Then we'll hit you because it's a free move. And then we can set up for something that could kill you. We got 4 moves. What? Okay. If we make a very simple 4-tooth setup, it will half kill you, which was not wise necessarily. However, I was gearing up for a spell that would kill you until I realized you're immune to spells. So, you're dead. That went super well. Now, in terms of replacing spells, this is just too expensive, I think. In terms of replacing spells, we have so many replaceable spells. It's a dream come true. Let's replace unprime a random enemy right now. We could still die just because we don't have much HP, but you can't deny it's going super well right now. So we should, honestly, we're being a little foolish, I think, if we're not using 1 movement spell per combat. Not per turn, but per combat to set up a good play. Like, I think you want to put as many teeth as possible and then, like, look for... This is just... I'm spitballing. Like a good horizontal tooth setup. So I think this kind of went really badly, actually. But we will still get this. Hold on, it's 2 damage. Could have gotten lucky. Now we'll use the... Let's use +2 movement on this one. Because I have too good to use syndrome about the other. Throw this down right here. You worry me slightly. I do think I kind of screwed this one up, and you reap what you sow, and I kind of deserve this one. For being modestly overconfident. The thing is, we could also just give ourselves +3 movement. Get out of it real easily. Probably. I kind of hate that move. Let's set up for a yellow play next time. I'm not worried about these guys. Not until they start attacking. Cursing the board does suck. But we can yeet the curses back at them. I'm unafraid. Please add more bone. Not exactly a super strong play. Don't talk to me. So yeeting the curses will probably only do 2 damage. I'm thinking. But, yeah. It does get them off of the board at least, which gives me more options in and of itself. So I think I'm realizing now, we have... Bruh. We got problems. More problems than I originally thought. Please stop attacking exploding enemies with puzzle damage. It's leading you to despair. You're not going to explode, right? He didn't explode. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. It's not how this works. Bone would be really nice. Yeah, so make bone. Then you gotta attack a row. It does only do 1 damage. It's kind of a weak use of mana. Like, we have a good poop play. We don't get that much value out of poop, though. It's like, who cares? That's not how that works. Like, I just don't think it's worth much. The thing is, though, we had 2 moves. Okay, so here's the thing. You attack the row. Then you take 2 turns to get a good tooth setup. You do 4 damage off of that. That gives us +1 move in reserve. Can't get a bone. In this case, we might be content making this just to stay frosty. This is just in case he moves over. Oh, wait a minute. I'm a fool. So again, like I told you, we could still die. I would really just... Don't fight exploding enemies. You guys aren't exploders, thank God. I think you could kill me on turn 1, though. I think you gotta start there. That's a big play. We're up to 4 moves. That's funny. So we gotta wait for the guy in the middle to pop up. That much I remember confidently. 4 moves. You'll love to see it. This is how this works. 2 moves to get a move, not great, but to get the mana. I think what we should... I know you could add more and then get more damage, but I don't think we need more damage. I think you just want to remove that. And it's addition via subtraction. We're still at 4 moves. Let's just get real weird with it. You gotta like it. We could have used more teeth, but like, it's just working is the thing. So the real dream for us now would be to actually take some turns to set up a heart. So I think the way that we should set up a heart is actually start yellow, then add more hearts. They're in like an awful position. We don't have to worry about him though. He's not doing anything. So that sets up the heart to be 1 turn closer. This is a free move. Then you can add more hearts. Now we have it. And now we still have 2 moves remaining, but nothing to do with them. So if we want to do 4 damage to you on a future turn, the easiest way to do it is just to keep us borderline where we are already. That way we have a tooth. I mean, we could just throw the tooth right now if we wanted, because really it's mostly about just getting the spell ready to go. So the heal that we got from that might honestly be worth, like, its weight in gold. We might win this boss fight as a result. Removes a tile and all adjacent or +2 movement. It's getting a little silly, but also... Okay, so you gotta be real careful. 2 wrong moves and we're dead on this one. Usually, I do not mind something like this. I also know that whatever I hit you with, puzzle-wise, is going to create an enemy, which is very useful for us, because when you create an enemy on this side, we get the ability to kill that enemy and get a move off of it. So it's basically like we kill the enemy, we get the move. What's the remainder in this situation? Mana. We got some mana for free. So this is one of the rare times where I'm like, you know what? We do a lot better by putting this on you first. We know you're going to attack when I attack you. I think we would like to first remove all... Let's go with brown here. It's a little light on the damage side. Oh my god. But it worked for certain. Then we like this. And we're just going to whiff on the tooth. We need the mana. We would like to make bone, please. So this is a good mana generator. This is still turn 1, just keep in mind. Okay, what's next? Remove all greens, please. We're not trying to maximize the amount of damage per puzzle throw. We're trying to maximize the amount of puzzle throws right now. I think this time you want to maximize teeth. Then we're going to take +2 movement. And I think we have 2 1-turn 4-tooth plays, which should give us the mana required for this. This time, you might not love this. Take the yellows. It's going to be the most damage, I think. Okay, where do you go from here? You got 1 move left. You really need to make the bone setup, so we will do that. Bones are doing fine. I think, on a glance, that was the most tiles we had, and that was a pretty good boss fight. No problem. May add energy steal to attacks or gain soul hearts. I like the energy steal because it's actually movement, but we need, you know, we needed it. I think we need to roll the stat wheel, even though stat charge less or spell charge less would be very nice. Because we needed HP, really is the thing. So I'm even gonna play this thing over here. I'd really just like to win a Spirit Heart. Random stat +1. HP, please. Okay, we lose. It's alright. We got a Spirit Heart out of something to begin with. Maybe just for picking up the trinket. I mean, we're 33 minutes in. We're on the final floor. That's a new Bumbo record. We've never seen Bumbo played at this pace before. It's a new era. I think, in this unique context, we prefer a 2-turn tooth play. The poop was ancillary, but the 2-turn poop play, I thought it would give us enough to get a kill. That's not the case, but only because this guy cheats. Please add bone. We now have a bone play. This will probably curse us, but also get a kill, which allows us to get another move. We'll remove all green manas. I don't even know what's going on with you back there. Let's see. You got iced. That's fantastic news. We got our move back. We need tooth, and we need bone. So we'll start with the bone. This will kill you. We'll get our move back. In fact, we got an extra move on top of it. Now, what do? Very simple. Add more teeth. With the teeth setup you got going on, there you go. They only took 1 damage off of that, as is typical. It's okay. Get this going on. What do you need next? Very little, sir. Very little, sir. Thank you for asking. Give you a quick throw there. Okay, where are we at here? 3 moves. Feels pretty good. What do we need next? Nothing much, honestly. Like, it's going pretty well. Do me a favor. Cull all these tiles. 4 damage. Puzzler thrown there. I'm going to stop you right there. We're just going to hit you. We've gained move. And, I mean, you're going to die. It's just a matter of how we like to do it. So this is a good indicator of, you know, the fact that we got a pretty strong run going here. We also used none of our active items. Gain money on HP loss or gain green mana. If we have to take something, I will. This is gain soul hearts. No, this is gain soul hearts. This is like may gain move. Gain move turn 1. This is increased crit chance or something. I think we got it. I don't even remember what it did, but we got to keep the spirit hearts. I like the movement. It's a guaranteed effect. I love guaranteed effects. 4, 2. I hate the crown. The crown scares me. I don't know what it is. I should know what it is. We're gonna start here, and if it backfires, it backfires. It did not backfire. I mean, anytime you get a chance for this, you gotta go for. We got an item charge out of it. And I just like the bone setup to begin with. I told you, you're not going to see too many videos without an ult in this day and age. We're finally about that life when appropriate. I just think it's not as appropriate in as many situations as many of the commenters do, which leads to a great deal of strife. I didn't actually mean to throw that down there the first time. This is a huge tooth damage right here. What are we at, like 7 moves? Something about this is like, it should be easier. Like, what about this? 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 No, yep, you screwed it up, but also it's not gonna matter. Got him. 3 moves left. Undeserved. Based on the quality of play. But here we are. Okay. Go ahead and hit him with this. And then, you know, you're just going to take a little off the top right there. It's probably 3 damage would be my guess. Doesn't matter. 4 damage, and we got the tooth anyway. No problem. All right. These guys. Oh, it's the freaking whack-a-mole, boys. Here we go. Okay, so you start with the bone. You're a problem. I think I might like to just take you out first. Then we want tooth. 2-move tooth. Doesn't bother me. I know they have a left and right pair now, and they alternate taking damage. That's right, I've been doing my research, okay? So we got our move back. Very useful. So, I think we should remove brown. You did not take damage. So we want to hit the right one. And I believe the right one will take damage then. No, because we hit the left one. So now we want to hit the right one, but I don't believe it's possible. In my defense, I've been on the Bumbo subreddit. I'm just going to tell you, everybody has problems with these boys right here. So I don't even know who you are. But now I know that left didn't hit, so I'm going to hit left again. It didn't hit. George is getting upset. So what we're going to do now is we're going to hit left. That is correct. You have made a correct decision. Pull these greens out of the ecosystem. Now we're going to hit right. I thought it alternated. Perhaps I've made an error in judgment. So So we want Tooth. We'll just start there. We're gonna hit left. We're gonna hit Booger. Nope. We're gonna hit right. If left, right. Now I think you should take damage. Everything in my heart and my soul tells me that you should be taking the damage now. It did. It worked. Okay. But it's two different pairs. Help. Surely. You're not going to get hit, but if I can hit Booger again. But you can't hit it because of the freaking poop. Ah! Now it'll work. No, but it's not his turn. I thought I clicked on wild, didn't I? You're a dummy, brother. Okay, there you go. Oh, let's go. How about now? Did not work. Okay. I'm gonna tell you, I hated the enemy. I hate this enemy. Please be dead now. So I think here's where my mistake is, alright? Previously, I've been operating under the assumption they alternate every turn. Maybe that's not the case. Maybe they only alternate after they've been hit, which would explain why hitting the same one over and over is extremely foolish. Sure. Sure, I'll accept that. I'm not gonna say that I'm not dumb, because I know my audience, and if I say that I'm not dumb, we'll create an argument, even though I'm my own boss, I live in a nice city, I have a bachelor's degree, etc., etc. I'm not suggesting I'm a genius, but I'm just saying. But, like, the thing is, I think these guys should have, like, an easier tell. That's my 2 cents on the subject. I just think it should be communicated a little bit more. Especially if you get a Booger on him, it's hard to tell. I don't want, like, really any of these, I think, but sure. Poison attack, by the way, not necessarily bad. We did use that to decent effect, but I'm going to keep all the movement, obviously. Although in hindsight, we could have sacked 2 of the movement options, because we weren't using them this turn anyway. It's not the most popular first turn. Bone seems okay. Give me more teeth, please. And we're definitely going to have to pop that. We'll start right there. Hit him with the tooth. You're going to summon some foes. If I could just spend a little less to get what I want. I feel like this would be not so bad. I'm a little scared, and I don't think I should be. Because I think that we've actually, in spite of the mistakes of the previous room, we've built a run that's very good. Very helpful. Tooth is more important right now. Thank you. Free move. And we, more importantly than just being, like, good, we know, like, the flow for most rooms, at least, we know what the flow should be in order to behave most effectively. Wow, that'll work. Then we get the spell ready for this guy anyway. We want to remove green for now, just to set up some yellow for next turn. That's fair. Forgot that the turn would end. It's a little spiced. It's okay. Hold up. Adds more of a tile. We really want to add more bone right now. So it'll be a hit and a curse. really, if we're going to make a tooth or another bone, we should do that right out of the gate, I think. Because I got a plan here. Really, we should remove all the curses. Because damage doesn't matter. It only does 1 anyway. We might as well wait until there's the maximum amount of curses on the board, you know? Yikes. So I'd like to hit you twice. I'm pretty sure we've definitely got you. But we did almost screw that up. In my defense, I thought we had the ability to still use the puzzle flick there. Apparently not, but anyway. We've iced him. That was the shortest Bumbo episode in Earth's history. We have unlocked Puzzle Flick and Bag O Sucking. It was a good episode, though. Things got a little spiced at the end as well, but for now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. That was a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I will see you next time. See ya!